Right now, you think you're reading this. You think you're a person sitting somewhere, breathing, alive. But what if I told you you can't actually prove any of that? Stay with me, because by the end of this, you might not be so sure who or what you really are. Let's start simple. How do you know you exist? Easy, right? You can see your hands. You can feel your heartbeat. You can pinch yourself. But here's the problem. Everything you just experienced happened inside your brain. The colors you see, the pain you feel, the sound of your own voice, none of it reaches you directly. It's all electrical signals decoded by 3 pounds of tissue locked inside a dark skull. You have never actually touched the world, not once. You've only ever touched your brain's version of it. So the real question isn't, does the world exist? It's, can you trust the only thing showing it to you? Over 400 years ago, a philosopher named René Descartes sat down and tried to doubt everything. Maybe his senses were lying. Maybe the world was fake. Maybe an evil demon was feeding him illusions. He stripped away everything he couldn't be sure of until he hit one thing he couldn't deny: the fact that he was thinking. I think, therefore I am. If you can doubt your existence, something has to be doing the doubting, and that something is you. It's the one thing you can't fake your way out of. To question whether you exist, you have to exist to ask the question. But wait, it gets weirder. Because you're not the same you that existed 10 years ago. Almost every cell in your body has been replaced. The atoms that make you today aren't the atoms that made you then. Your opinions, your memories, even your personality, all shifted. So if the body changed and the mind changed, what stayed the same? What is the you that's carried through your entire life? There's no single spot in your brain labeled self. Scientists have looked. There's no control room, no tiny person pulling levers. Just billions of neurons firing, and somehow, out of that chaos, the feeling of being someone appears. You're less like a solid object, and more like a flame, constantly changing, never the same twice, but always, unmistakably, there. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. If your entire reality is built by your brain, how do you know it's built correctly? Right now, some scientists genuinely argue we could be living in a simulation, that everything, this moment, your memories, the stars, could be code. And the unsettling part? If the simulation were perfect, you'd never know. But maybe that's the wrong thing to fear. Because whether this is base reality or a simulation, whether your senses are perfect or flawed, the experience is still real to you. The love you feel is real. The fear is real. This exact moment, right now, watching this, it's happening. And that might be the only proof that matters. So, do we really exist? Maybe existence was never about atoms or bodies or even brains. Maybe it's about this, the strange, impossible fact that a bundle of matter woke up one day and asked, "Am I real?" No rock does that. No river wonders what it is. But you do. You are the universe, looking at itself. Matter that became aware. a tiny piece of everything that somehow started asking questions. And that quiet voice in your head, wondering right now if any of this is true, that is the realest thing there is. You exist. Not because you can prove it, but because you're the only one who can ask. If this made your brain itch a little, good. Drop a comment with what you think. Are we real, or is this all a dream? And if you made it this far, you already know what to do. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.